Converting your garage door to a smart garage door is one of the easiest and probably most beneficial things you can do for your smart home. So I've used a few different ones in the past, but today we're going to look at the Meross smart garage door opener. So there's one that works with HomeKit for single garage doors, and they've even got one coming out soon for HomeKit that can open multiple garage doors. Now I've tested them both with HomeKit, and today we'll find out if it might be a good option for your smart home. Let's go. Yo, what's up guys? Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Shane and this channel is all about building an easy smart home using Apple's HomeKit with new videos published every Sunday morning right here. So you know that feeling when you've gone somewhere and you feel like maybe you forgot to close the garage door? Or have you ever woke up in the morning just to realize you left your garage door open all night long? I know I have definitely done that a few times, probably more than I would like to admit. A smart garage door opener can solve all that. In fact, this was one of the first things that I made smart in my smart home. And like I said, I've used a few different ones, but lately I've been using the Meross, I think is how you say it, garage door opener. I've used the single garage door opener and one that's called the Collie garage door opener that they've got coming out with that can control 3 separate garage doors. Now I did test both of these actually at my house for a number of months, but since I only have one garage door, I ended up taking the Collie garage door opener over to a friend's house in the neighborhood who actually has 2 separate garage doors. That way, you know, we can really get the most out of it. I'll talk about both options, the setup, features, and my overall experience. Now that Collie garage door opener for HomeKit is not currently available. It will be available this September according to Meross. Now full disclosure, they did send me these units for free so I could test them out in hopes that I would share it on this channel with you. But this is in no way sponsored by them and I am not obligated to say anything good or bad. You're gonna get my honest opinions as always. So the Meross smart garage door opener is a small device that connects your existing garage door opener to your Wi-Fi, allowing you to then use HomeKit, Alexa, or Google Assistant to control your garage door. As soon as you open the box, you'll see this QR code that you can scan to see a user manual. There's also a QR code for troubleshooting tips if you're having trouble connecting to HomeKit. And they also include these 7 things to know about HomeKit info cards, which I suppose is nice if you're really new to HomeKit. So you've got your USB adapter for power, the device itself. These wires plug into your garage door. This one is for the door sensor. And then you have the USB cord to plug into the adapter. Then over here we have the door sensor with your cable. You'll run the wire and mount this part to the wall, and then there's a little magnetic piece that you put on the garage door itself and will move with the garage door. Setup wasn't really too bad. You open the Meross app, tap the plus icon to add a new device, and then select the garage door opener. Now choose which garage door opener you have. Now this is kind of interesting. They want you to do a compatibility check to make sure this will work with your existing garage door. You'll tap start and then choose your garage door model. And some, once you choose the model that you have, will then tell you that you need to add an additional accessory to continue the configuration. And you'll have to contact the Meross support via email to get this accessory. So that can be pretty aggravating if you're trying to set up a new device and then realize midway through that you don't have everything you need. And if you do need this additional device, this is what they'll send you. But moving on, we are now being told to connect the power cable. Tap next, and we should see the LED blinking amber and green. Tap next, we of course have the HomeKit version. You get a few reminders and then you need to scan your HomeKit code. Now from here, you can set this up directly in the Home app if you want, but I'm gonna stay in the Meross app for this so I can be sure to get any firmware updates. I always do that when I'm setting up new devices. Now you do need to be connected to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Tap next, then scan the code. And now we have to actually mount and install everything. They recommend mounting it on top of your garage door opener. You can see how I've mounted mine here. The signal cables will need to be connected into the terminals that connect to the wall button. For mine, it's these 2 right here. And then I ran the cables for the sensor to the wall directly in front of the garage door opener. mounted that side of the sensor to the wall, and I actually didn't even need to screw in or use the sticky tape for the other side since it's magnetic and my garage door right there is magnetic. I just stuck that piece of the sensor to that part of the garage door and it worked fine. So that's the setup and installation for this garage door opener. The setup and installation for the Collie garage door opener and the single one is essentially the same, except of course you'll have to run more sensor cables for each garage door that you have. And running those cables is sort of a pain and it potentially doesn't look very good. Fortunately for me, it's my garage and I don't really care how it looks. It's kind of a mess anyways, as you can clearly see. Now with that said, every other smart garage door that I've used in the past has battery operated contact sensors to detect the state of that garage door. The benefit there is that you don't have to run sensor cables, of course, but definitely a huge benefit of using these, sensor cables hardwired is that you never have to worry about changing the sensor's batteries, which I did have to do, pretty often with other smart garage door openers. And you'll almost certainly have a faster response time, when opening and closing since it is wired directly to the device. So I do like that. All right, now let's talk actual everyday use of these smart garage door openers. As I said earlier, it's definitely nice to have your garage doors connected to HomeKit. The Meross app does give you some nice additional features that you don't get with HomeKit, such as an operation log. You can require a PIN code for opening the garage door if you want. You can turn on or off notifications, which you might want to do if you do have notifications turned on in the Home app. So my favorite feature of this particular garage door is the ability to set overtime reminders. So you'll get a notification if the door has been left open over a certain number of minutes, which is pretty cool. You can also get an overnight reminder that you can customize to make sure you don't go to bed with the garage door open. There are also some advanced settings here that you can adjust if you're having some issues with your garage door not opening or closing correctly. You can kind of make some adjustments here to get that worked out. And there is also a closing alarm that you can turn on or off. So this is an alarm that will sound if you use the app to close the garage door. This is, a safety measure that you can enable. Say maybe you have kids or people hanging out in the garage often. This way they'll be alerted if the garage door is ever being closed remotely, like while you're away. I like that you do have the ability to turn this alarm off if you want. Others that I've used in the past also have an alarm, but there was no way to disable it, so I like having the option. You can also check your Wi-Fi signal here, which is good because a decent Wi-Fi signal is going to be essential in this operating well over time, especially out in your garage. And with the Collie garage door opener with multiple garage doors, you can name and control the different doors separately. The only big downside to the Collie in my testing and in my opinion is that all 3 garage doors show up in HomeKit. So say for example you only have 2 garage doors like my neighbor, there is no way to disable that 3rd one in HomeKit, which can be kind of annoying if you primarily use the Home app or Siri. So for example, if you ask Siri to close my garage doors, she'll take into account that 3rd garage door, which isn't really even a garage door. Now you can disable any of the doors in the Meross app, but they will still show up in the Home app. So how do I like it overall? It's good, but it's not great. I have had the device go unresponsive a few times, even though I have pretty good Wi-Fi signal in my garage. When this happens, usually just unplugging it, waiting about 10 seconds, and then plugging it back in will do the trick, but that is kind of a pain in the butt for me, especially because mine is so high up. I've got to break out a ladder just to unplug it. So fortunately, it's only done it a few times for me, but that's probably a few more times than I would like. Especially something as important as your garage door. You don't want that to go unresponsive. Say you left it open and you're counting on that automation to make it close at night or whatever. That's something that you do want to be very reliable. Now, I have found that the speed and responsiveness of it opening and closing has been great. Siri, open the garage door.
Okay, the garage door is open.
Open left garage door.
Okay, the left garage door is open.
Much better than my previous garage door openers, and that's probably due to those hardwired sensors, you know, instead of using battery operated sensors. Not being able to remove any of the garage doors from the Home app when you're using the Collie for those multiple garage doors. You know, say if you only have 2 doors like we said earlier, that's kind of an annoyance. I'll use my watch all the time when I'm, you know, leaving the house. Say I walk through the garage and I'm, you know, going on a walk or want to go to a neighbor's house or something like that. I'll just walk out the house and I'll yell at Siri on my watch to close the garage door, and, you know, it just closes automatically while I'm going is a really cool thing. So I do love the ability to use Siri and kind of automate my garage door in other ways. You know, all in all, I'd say it is a worthy investment at only about $50 for this single garage door HomeKit version. It's not perfect though. Like I said, falling offline a few times already is a bit concerning, so definitely keep that in mind. There are other options out there, but some of these are over 2 or 3 times the price, and some smart garage door openers like the MyQ even requires an additional hub for native HomeKit control. So that's what I got. If you want to see how to automate your garage door to open automatically when you arrive home without having to require authentication on your iPhone, check out this video right here. Subscribe for new HomeKit videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time.